Hi guys! I am Amy from Rebel Nutrition, the brand and blog that teaches you how to use minimalism and online business to quit your 9 to 5 and live a life of freedom. So today I'm inside my 120 square foot hut. This is the third time I've tried to do this live video, so if you've bared with me, I don't know if that's a word. If you're here with me now, thank you for making it through those other two that were horrible. I deleted them, but we're here now, so perfect. Thank you guys for joining me today. I'm going to be talking all about how to turn your passion into a freedom-based online business that you can start right now. Common misconceptions about online business, like who it is and isn't for, and whether or not you can be successful without already having a pre-existing audience. So first, I want you guys to tell me, tell me in the comments what the first thing that comes to mind is when you hear the words online business. So do you automatically think of those ads that say things like, make millions while you sleep, or maybe your Facebook friends spamming you with offers to join their multi-level marketing company or something like that? Okay, and I also want you guys to grab a notebook while I'm going through today's topic, because I want you to take some notes and on the things that I'm going to ask you throughout the workshop to start thinking about in regards to your own online business. So I want to just say thank you for everyone who joined the Making a Minimalist challenge that happened a couple weeks ago. It was way bigger than I ever thought possible, and if you're interested in joining, if you haven't joined yet, there is a link. I'll link below this video, but there's also a link in my channel art that you can join from there. So I'm so proud of you guys. But something that kept coming up time and time again when we talked about finding our why was that many of you feel really unhappy or trapped in your current job. And maybe it's not the job itself, but the fact that you want the freedom to travel or to be location independent with your business. Or maybe there's no room for growth in your current job, and the possibility of making enough money to be able to pay off your debt or whatever your goal is pretty impossible, or will take a really long time. Or maybe your current job just isn't lighting you up inside, and maybe it's completely sucking your soul out, which I totally get. And I've been there before. I've been where you are. And especially if you are someone like me who really hates following other people's rules and other people's timelines, this can be especially soul-sucking. And this is why, in my opinion, right now is the best time to be alive, because thanks to the internet, we literally have the power to do whatever we want to as a job, whenever we want, and get paid for it. How freaking cool is that? We're no longer, destined to work the same 9 to 5 job for the next 40 years and wait to travel until we retire like our parents did. So today I'm going to talk all about turning your current passions into a freedom-based online business that allows you to travel, spend more time with your kids, make the income that you want to make, etc., whatever your goals are. So I'm going to cover a few things in today's chat. I'm going to be talking about what really is an online business and is it a real job, who is online business for and some common misconceptions, who is online business not for, and can you build an online business without a pre-existing audience? So if you guys have questions that come up, just be sure to leave them below in the comments and I will get to them at the end, or I'll come back through and respond to people after this video is live. Well, it's live right now, but after it's up. Okay, so number one, what is online business and is it a real job? Listen, I'm the first to agree that online business kind of has a slimy feel to it. It's sort of like the used car salesman of the internet, but it really doesn't have to be. There are a lot of ways to make real, honest money without being overly salesy, without muddying up your website with ads, and without spamming your Facebook friends about, the new skinny tea or lipstick or whatever. No judgment here. I mean, I sell Beauty Counter too, so I'm not opposed to these things. I think it just can be really hard to rely on them completely as a source of income, or as your only source of income, if you don't want to seem, kind of salesy or overly salesy. Okay, online business can mean a lot of different things, but I'm going to be talking about online business today in the way that I've seen the most success personally and the way that I think will resonate with most of you. And that is through creating your own digital products or services that will bring value to the lives of the people in your audience. So what does this even mean? So you could have an online business where you offer like a one-on-one coaching or nutritionist or wellness coaching, life coaching, business coaching, wedding planning, etc., stuff like that. And although we generally think of these types of businesses as being run out of offices, it's actually much easier and much less expensive, especially when starting out, to focus these types of businesses online. And I think it's also becoming more and more common that people actually want to even see their nutritionist or their business coach, etc., from inside the comfort of their own home, rather than having to go somewhere. Other options for online businesses can be things like, for your online business, can be things like creating digital products that you can sell directly from your website, like ebooks, helpful guides, meal plans, video lectures, or even selling a physical product. And although these things kind of take more time on the front end, you can really resell them over and over again as you grow your audience, and this is where terms like passive income come into play. So you can also create online courses which people can go through on their own time to achieve a specific result. For example, I have a course called the Adrenal Fatigue Detox, where people can go through the step-by-step process of detoxing from caffeine and changing their diet and lifestyle habits to recover from adrenal fatigue. And don't worry, like, if the thought of executing any of these things sound completely daunting to you, don't worry. I'm actually launching a new course in the next couple of weeks that's going to guide you through the step-by-step process of creating and launching your own service or product. So if you're interested in this, I will link to the VIP list below to sign up. So those are just a few ways that you can make money online. But the options really are truly endless. And to answer the is it a real job factor, yes. So it might take, your friends and family a while to understand what you do, and they might not ever understand really what you do, and that's okay. You gotta accept that that's okay. For a lot of people, it seems like totally still a foreign concept. But truly, online business is one of the most secure jobs there is right now. And that's for a couple of reasons. Number one, you're not relying on anybody but yourself. Number two, you really have the power to make as much money as you want, which I'll get into a little bit later. And number three, the internet is not going anywhere anytime soon, so it's pretty secure. So the first prompt I want you to write down is write down some business ideas, or write down some ideas of how you think you would like to start making money, whether it be from an ebook, videos, or seeing clients, whatever it is, even if you're not really sure what your business is yet, I want you to write down what you think you might like doing. Okay, so next, who is online business for? So there are a lot of misconceptions around this, so I wanted to just bust through a few. Here are the things that I see, or that I hear my online business clients talking about and telling me all the time. I'm not techie, I don't have any sort of certification or training, or the one that I do have isn't enough, I need to go back to school first. I'm starting from scratch and I have no audience. Why would anybody listen to what I have to say? Or there are too many people already doing what I want to do, or I'm not an expert. So if these sound familiar, let me just tell you that these were literally all of my excuses when I first got started. So now I look at each of them and I call bullshit, because if I can do it, then I really think that anybody can. And I truly believe that online business is for everyone that has the desire. So no matter what your age, your education level, your niche, your current income, etc., every single person has something to offer. And I believe this 100% from the bottom of my soul, because really, who in their life has never been through something difficult and come out the other side because of it, Like, what did you learn and how did you get there? Let me just pause for a minute and say I'm super sweaty because I'm inside the hut right now and it's like 1:30, so just ignore my glistening skin. Okay, and don't think that whatever that you are going to help people with your online business has to be a monetary or physical transformation either. You can teach people to, to meditate, you can teach people to sew, you can teach people to navigate the world of online business, or online dating, Whatever is something that was a struggle to you at one point that you figured out, your tips and tricks to overcoming and being successful at, that can be turned into, an ebook, an e-course, one-on-one training, one-on-one clients, video lessons, podcasts, YouTube channel, whatever. So start thinking about these questions in your own life. Maybe you want to become a nutritionist, but you don't currently have a certification. But that shouldn't prevent you from starting to talk about your own struggles and experiences with nutrition on your blog or podcast or social media channels. You can also ask yourself, what do people ask you for help with all the time? Or what would you do every single day, even if nobody ever paid you? Whatever that thing is, you can turn it into a business, I promise you. So And when it comes to the whole like not being an expert thing, let me just ease your mind real quick and tell you that you don't have to be an expert yet to help people. Remember that each of us is kind of on a spectrum here. So for example, I would never try and give business advice to somebody like Marie Forleo or Amy Porterfield, okay? But that doesn't mean that I can't help tons of people who are at the more beginning stages of their online business. So you just need to be more knowledgeable than your target audience because that's who you're helping. So forget about everybody else. And honestly, my only regret with starting my own business was that I didn't do it sooner. I made excuses about not being techie, about being worried that there are already too many nutritionists out there with beautiful food photos and that nobody would listen to me. So I'm really living proof that if you have the drive to create an online business and create freedom for yourself and for your time and your income, you really truly have all that you need. So prompt number 2, I want you to write down, if you already have a business idea, start brainstorming the ways that you could start making money that sound the most fun to you. Also, if you don't have a business idea yet, start brainstorming your unique gifts and talents and things that you've overcome that you could maybe help other people with. Okay, so next, who is online business not for? I'm going to be really honest with you here right now, but creating a truly authentic online business is not a get-rich-quick scheme. So yes, you can grow your audience really quickly with things like challenges and guest blog posts and podcast interviews and things like that, all of which I go into great detail in my upcoming online course. So I'm going to link to the VIP list to sign up for that below. But that doesn't guarantee that you're going to make money unless you have a plan for a product or service that you're going to sell those people in your audience after they start following you. So if you're wanting to make millions while you sleep by tomorrow, this online business might not be the best strategy for that or for you, but this is why, things like MLMs are really so popular. Also, online business might not be for you if you're only in it to make the money. So listen, I am all about making money here, and it totally is the way that we can have freedom in our lives, but it can't be the only driver behind your business. And this is for 2 reasons. Number 1, it's really hard to stick with something and face your fears to get on camera and continue to create awesome content and put yourself out there in a public way if you aren't super passionate about the topic that you're talking about. And people will be able to tell if you're not 100% sure about it. Also, yeah, your audience will be able to tell, number 2, that you are inauthentic and you're just in it for the money, and they're going to be way less likely to buy from you if they can sense that. So prompt number 3, I want you to write down, this is a really important one, I want you to write down the excuses that you've been telling yourself up until now about why you can't have an online business, why you can't do whatever it is you want to do. And then I also want you to respond with a reason why you can. So for example, maybe your excuse is, I don't know enough to start seeing one-on-one clients. Well, your response could be, okay, I do know enough to create healthy recipes for people and share my tips for overcoming acid reflux on my blog, or whatever it is for you. Okay, last one, can you be successful without an audience? Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay, number 1, everybody has to start somewhere, and if the only people that are currently following what you do are your personal Facebook friends, that's totally okay. The key is to take consistent action every single day and start growing your audience by creating valuable content. So even if you don't have a plan yet of how you're going to start making money, it's extremely important to start communicating your specific message. And that way you start building, an engaged and targeted audience. So there are literally tons of ways to grow your audience quickly, like I said, doing things like challenges and guest posting and summits and all that type of stuff. I go into great detail in that in my upcoming course, which you can sign up, I'll link to below, to get on the VIP list. But also remember, it's not really the size of your audience or your email list or your Instagram following that really matters, at least not at first. It is important, but it is way, way, way more important to have, say, a following of 50 people that love everything you do, that, watch every video you create, respond to all your emails, etc., and are your biggest fans, than 1,000 people who maybe don't even know your name or who you are. So think about it real quick. We'll do some quick math. If you create an online course for, say, $300 and pitch it to your list of 50 diehard fans, that's $15,000. So this is a really scalable business model. And once you have everything in place, once you have chosen, your profitable niche idea, you start creating content and you get a plan in place to launch a product or a service, it's very scalable, and it's after you create it, it's pretty hands-off. And so I'm going to teach exactly the steps to do that inside my online course. So again, I will link to the VIP list to get first notifications about that. It's going to be out in the next couple of weeks, so I'm super excited to share it with you guys. It's honestly the best thing I've ever created. It's my exact process for, starting from scratch, if that's where you are, and, creating a business and launching a product or service that's going to make you money, so eventually you can quit your 9-to-5. So let me know if anybody has questions right now about any of the stuff that I talked about. I'm planning to maybe do another live stream next week or within the next couple days to answer your guys' questions and keep talking about this topic, because I'm super passionate about it, and it's really been the catalyst to help me live out my dreams. I mean, minimalism was part of it. Obviously, I'm in the tiny hut right now, tiny house, and it's very hot in here, so I'm going to leave soon. But the other part of that was starting my own online business and starting to bring in more money. So if you're interested in this topic, leave me a comment below. Make sure to like and subscribe if you love this video, and also sign up to get on the VIP list. I'm going to link to that below if you want to be alerted about when my online course is out. Okay? Thank you guys so much. Have a good evening.